For extra baggage, so don't forget to come and pick up your don't leave no.
Hi, it's just a conversation. I just wanted to come on here and talk about the EBT and food stamps, Section 8, and low-income housing, subsidized housing. Well, I've been looking on social media and it's getting ridiculous. People are they're getting on here saying that how they're going to go into the grocery stores, Walmart particularly, and they're going to just take what they want if they don't get their food stamps on the first. Well, I'm here to tell you that you can't do that. Because if you do that, you're going to jail. A lot of things are going to happen, okay? Now, even for the people that go to the grocery store and come out with their groceries, people are going to try to take their groceries. You see what I'm saying? So what I'm hearing in the Facebook streets right now is that they're thinking about closing the Walmarts down for a couple of hours and letting you place an order online. You can pick it up, or you can have it Uber Eats or whatever delivered to you, DoorDash or whatever. Well, that's going to be a little hectic. It's too many people to even collect all those orders to get those orders done, and it's not going to go out right. But this is what I'm hearing. And then I'm also hearing that the National Guards will be waiting for you. I don't see how Mr. Walmart is going to let you come up in there and take something that don't belong to you. Now, because the government has shut down your food stamps, you want to take something from somebody else. Make it make sense. It don't. But that's how we are. We think like that. We think we're entitled to the taxpayers to pay for our food, to care about our well-being. That's not right. Not at all. So once they do this is going to set up an uproar all over the place. Now, I'm hoping this don't happen. I'm praying it don't happen. But I'm also hearing that on the 27th, the government is saying, because of the shutdown, that they will let us know on the 27th whether the food stamps will be issued or not. They have to make a decision tomorrow. It's either yay or nay. So we're not sure yet as to how that's going to work out. Now, people are getting on here with their sense of entitlement selves and saying, who going to feed my kids? You. Yeah, you going to feed your own kids. Now, I think food stamps should be available for the elderly and for the disabled. I also think that people with small children should be allowed to be on it a little while longer so they can get themselves together. Now, we got people that's been on it for 10 and 15 years and they ain't trying to get it together. Those people need to get a job. Yeah, they need to get a job, depending on the circumstance. Because I think about a woman with 8 kids, 6 kids, it's going to be hard for her to, it's going to be hard for her to get a job and keep a job and then someone take care of her children. I can see that being a problem. If she doesn't have a support system, it's going to be a big problem. Now, that issue should be dealt a little bit different. If it were probably going like this, where the government said, hey, we're going to give people food stamps, but we're going to wean you off. Okay? We're going to wean you off so that way you won't just be cold turkey cut off. Yeah, that's kind of rough. But then they told them in October this would happen. I think they need a little bit more time than that. But you got to think about why the government is doing this. There's several reasons why. It's because people are abusing the system. People selling their food stamps, getting wigs, lace fronts, eyelashes, fingernails, all that stuff, and they're not feeding their children. Other people are also on here selling their food stamps. And they may be selling it because they have to pay bills that the money that they get don't cover. I'm not sure. That could be an issue. But whatever it is, it's several issues that are at hand. So I'm not judging a person that needs food stamps at all, by no means necessary. I'm just saying that there are different issues and everybody's case is a little different than the next person. So we should be mindful of what's going on. Now, you got people out here who are scammers that are out here stealing people's food stamps before they even get them. The night before, they stealing them because they have access to all these cards and all these passcodes, and they go in and they steal them. So by the time these people get up the next morning to go grocery shopping, their food stamps is gone. And they're not replacing it. The government is not replacing it. The agencies are not replacing your food stamps because it's getting ridiculous. So when there's a system that has been set up for so long and people have been abusing it, it's time to shut it down. Whether you shut it down and start it all over in another form, that's fine. Whether you just take it away, period. Now, there's people that's been on Section 8 and they have generations of people on Section 8. That's nonsense. There's nobody thinking, you know what, I want to one day buy a house. I want to one day move. Everybody is just on Section 8 to stay. That's not what Section 8 is for. It's a helping hand so you can take care of your family and you guys can go to the next level. But when you decide, oh, and you're not saving any money. I can see if you on Section 8, you got money and you got money. That's a plan. But a lot of people, they're not doing that. We balling because I got Section 8 and now I could buy this car and these clothes and I can go on trips. I can go to Dubai. No, that's not what that's for. That's for you to take care of your children, yourself, your family, and move on and let someone else take it. Because the elderly and the homeless and the disabled need that. They need it. They don't have it. Few of them even got Section 8. And the rent is ridiculous. Inflation is so high, you can't even, one check ain't going to do it. 2 checks ain't going to do it. So why are we abusing it? So then there has to be a way we can wipe out that and restructure if we're going to keep it. I don't know, but I heard a clipping, it could have been an AI, where President Trump says once the program is gone, whether Section 8, subsidized housing, or food stamps, once it's gone, it ain't coming back. Now, that's what he said. There's been so much abuse until it's got to be wiped out. Is basically what he's saying. It's so much abuse. And we got so much money going for this. Now the crime rate's going to go up. We have a lot of people incarcerated. A lot of people unalive because of this situation. People are on here saying, I got food stamps and they taking them away. What am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to feed my kids? Some people was on here having babies after babies after babies so they can get more food stamps. Make it make sense. Why would you do that? It ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. So now the rooster done came home to roost. Now you crying because you stuck with these babies. These extra 3 babies you might have had. And it's not matching the income. How you going to feed them? But this is the game that you play. You play Russian roulette. So now the ball is in your court. So now you have to get up and feed your children. Society shouldn't feed your children. The taxpayer shouldn't feed your children. They didn't make your children. So stop blaming it on them. This is for the ones that's, using what am I going to do, when you should have had a plan the whole time you was on Section 8 and on food stamps as to what you were going to do. Looked like you didn't have a plan. Now that he made a plan, you don't like the plan that he made, but you didn't make a plan. Had you made your own plan, you'd be set straight. So if you was on food stamps for 10 years and Section 8, 10 years is way more than enough time to figure out which direction you were going to go in with your children. Okay? So people couldn't even get on Section 8 because the waiting list was so long. The waiting list is long because there's no funds. The waiting list is long because people are not getting off. So other people can get on that really needs it. It should have been an age thing. So I'm taking it, he's not an age, a year thing. I'm taking it that the president has said, okay, we can keep Section 8, but you can only be on it for 2 years. 2 years. Depending on the person's circumstances. 2 or 3 years, whatever. And then they have to move on. But see, they don't want that change. They're fighting for it. And they blaming it on Trump. And the Democrats are saying, yeah, see what he did. Y'all voted for him. Which I didn't vote for nobody because I don't believe in it because these people, they all lie. But, they had you thinking that the Democrats was going to do more. But then Trump was saying, we're going to clean up stuff. We're going to have this. Yeah, that's probably what he's trying to do. I'm not saying he's doing it. I'm not on his side. I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is you got to start somewhere. You got to start somewhere. You can't things just can't stay like this. This is a mess. And y'all know it's a mess. This is a mess. Yeah, it is. And you know it's a mess. But yet and still, you want to keep it that way. You want to make sure that you got your stamps on the first. Y'all going to run up in the store if you don't get your stamps. And you're going to steal. You don't care. By any means necessary, get what you need. And the people ain't finna let you come running up in Walmart and Kroger's and Safeway and Food for Less and whatever store. Out of Walgreens, whatever. And just take it. No, they're not going to do that. So they have to come up with a plan. They have to come up with a plan to stop all this from happening. This rioting and looting and whatever is going to be going on. Because innocent people are going to get hurt. So I plan on going to the store tomorrow because I don't have time for this at all. None of this stuff that they're talking about. I don't want to be in no way, form, or fashion. Don't want to be in no way, in nobody's way when all this go down. But let's pray it don't happen. Let's pray that something is changed. And you have to know how to budget your food. You really do. And that means y'all gonna have to get in there and really cook. All that fast food stuff and pop in the microwave. Can't do that no more. You're gonna have to get in there and cook. Cook some spaghetti, cook some beans, cook enough to make it last. Because I'm telling you, nobody owes you nothing. You decided you want to have them babies. But if you knew there was not a government that you could go to and get welfare, food stamps, Section 8, I guarantee you, a lot of these children would not have even been born. But because it was available and plentiful, and you could abuse the system, you decided this is what you was going to do. Then we got the lazy people that don't think they want to do nothing. They want you to do everything for them. Yeah, we got them too. We got the boosters. We got everything. We got the scammers. We got it all. So everything has to be changed. It cannot stay the same. I got on here to talk about it because everybody's talking about it. And I don't know what the first is going to bring. But I'm telling you now, if they say no food stamps on the first, I don't know what's going to happen. I just really don't. But They made an announcement this month, rather. Be careful with your EBT food stamps because we're not sure if they're going to give them out on the 1st of November. So if you wasn't taking heed to that and being wise and looking for a job and trying to maneuver or trying to say, okay, well, I'm going to grocery shop like this so I could budget my this. And I understand people have different circumstances. I understand. I'm not saying everybody's circumstances is different. But because the government said it, we got to do something about it. It's not crying, oh, woe is me. Y'all got to fix it. And if you don't fix it, I'm going to steal it from you. Come on. Come on. Really? Come on. See, that don't make sense. That makes no sense. So you have to be mindful and say, okay, I'm going to have to get up off my butt and figure this thing out. A lot of y'all ain't going to like what I'm saying. But these men out here that's been trying to get with you, and you gonna have to do some stuff, do some things for some change or whatever, some strange things for some change. A lot of that's gonna be going on, of course. Like it ain't going on already, but it's gonna be going on. But I'm not condoning that. But I'm not saying that it ain't gonna happen. Because it's going to happen. These are the things that will happen. But that's neither here nor there. But that ain't my I ain't got no dog in that fight. But nobody owes you nothing. Nobody owes you anything when it comes to the food stamps and the Section 8. Nobody owes you nothing. Because if you allow, and I know everybody done said this in the hearing it. If you allow a person, a government, or an entity to feed you, then you allow them to starve you. So on that one, I'm going to say we just had a conversation. And I'm going to see you guys later because I have something else to upload. But until then, bye-bye and take care. Bye-bye.